We did mention before, like obviously you want to get professionals on board and do your stuff. Sometimes though, there are elements that we can, and especially SME, when you budget and you go, well, hey, what can I work with? Once I've got my clear brand feels, right? And once I've got that, and somebody like yourself might have helped me do that, I know what that is. I understand this concepts of consistency, of simplicity, of unmistakable. I get all that. So what can I maybe do myself still? Are there tools or things I can do myself that are cost effective where I'm not always having to, outsource? What kind of tips or ideas might you have around that?
Well, I definitely think the rule is you've got to have it set up to start with. So you've got to have the designer create the tools for you that you can use in other places. So that's really about working with, like, getting your brand identity sorted and understanding it again. And so like Canva actually, I think, is a pretty great tool for non-designers, because I haven't really seen too many people do bad things on Canva. I'm sure they're out there. However, it's pretty foolproof. And if you don't try to be too creative, if you actually just use the way it's set up to be used, then I think within your brand, it's pretty safe. Then the other thing, which, we are an international sort of industry now, design, people send out things to overseas. And I think that if you can find someone, if budget's an issue, if you've got your brand set up really well, then you can outsource it to some of those online sites, as long as you are being the brand ambassador and really driving it and understanding what it needs to be. It's hard to find people to do it exactly as you want. But if you don't feel you've got the ability to direct them, then I would say you need to be working with someone who can do it for you. If you want to do it yourself in PowerPoint and Word, that's fine, but you've got to have a designer give you that sort of template, and stick to it. Part of the problem is people, they're creative, but if you start to dilute the brand by too many different things happening all the time, then you've basically undermined the value of the brand that you set up to start with. So I think it's important to have a clear brand identity, guidelines, and then either work within that yourself or find people that can do it for you at a cheaper price if you need to.
Nice. Canberra, a good Australian example as well. They came up with a conversation, I think, with Steve too. And as you're talking, I can attest to that because I'll talk to it firsthand. A classic example again is, I can do quite a bit of creative, especially video work. But again, I know my limitations and I know what I can do versus what not. Now, to your point, an example exactly you were describing was the certifications for my programs, right? So, hey, Angela, can you just set these up? Because now I'm equipped. I can now go and do that piece myself, but I've got the templates and the modeling that I need. Now I can just go and keep issuing them. I don't have to keep coming back.
Yeah.
That's a classic example, I think.
Yeah. And we do templates all the time for people because we understand that it's, they don't want to have to call us every time they've got to do something. But if your designer sets it up well, then it should be pretty foolproof.
Yeah. Nice.